When I think about Sunrise's core values, if you strip it all down, if you distill it down to the very basics, I think all that we were trying to accomplish is to provide necessary services in a way that was good for patients, fair to the people that we employed, and would have a positive impact on the communities that we served. And that's really it. Everything else is built upon that. The belief was that if we treated everybody with dignity and respect, if we set the highest of standards, if we committed ourselves to being fair and patient and compassionate and understanding, then the results that we wanted would come from that. That we would get good patient outcomes, that we would end up with satisfied, happy, stable, healthy, loyal employees, and that we would end up being viewed as a positive asset in the communities that we served.
Dignity, respect, agility, responsibility, commitment, loyalty, dedication, and integrity. We focus on those principles to the exclusion of all else. And we do a really good job of maintaining that and pushing those values through everything that we do day in, day out.
Communities are about growth. You can't be stagnant. Stagnant means that things begin to die. And we see that across the country where things aren't changing. And when things aren't changing, then the community suffers for that. So what we're talking about when we're talking about being certified by B-Corp to be the type of organization that we are is that we further growth. You never want to just be just like you are. And so I think Sunrise, because of the pandemic that we're in with drug use and hopelessness, we want to say that you can move forward, and we want our communities to do the same. We want our communities to say, hey, we don't have to be like we are. We don't have to be like everyone says that we are, but we can do greater. We can be greater. We can look greater than we are today.
We also have local community relations committees at each of our offices where we get together and discuss types of service that we can provide with other business partners in our community, both those working in the addiction field as well as businesses that are not in the addiction or healthcare industry.
Well, we live in our communities. Our patients are from our communities. It is best to make the world better, particularly the world that we live in. And the only way we're going to be able to do that in the most responsible and appropriate way is to engage the communities we live in. People don't live in a vacuum. People live in environments that we are a part of as well.
When I think about the B Corp values and how they align with Sunrise's values, it really comes down to what are you doing, how are you doing it, and how is that having a positive impact on society? And really, that's it. So as far as what we're doing, the idea is that we're providing meaningful services, that we're doing meaningful work that's necessary for our communities. And how we're doing it, that we're doing it in a way that is fair to the people that we employ, that we implement strong business and employment practices, and that we hold ourselves to the highest of standards. And as far as a larger impact that it has on society, that can be measured both directly, obviously, but also indirectly in kind of the ripple effects that creates with the patients that we treat and get into solid recoveries and return to their lives, much less the way that Sunrise employees are active in and engage with their communities.
Sunrise's values and guiding principles have always had to do with bringing a positive change to the world and working with individuals at improving their addiction issues and reducing their mental health symptoms. We've also always been an advocate of being a great place to work for our staff. The B-Corp certification actually reinforces and aligns well with the Sunrise values and principles, in that the certification is about companies that are bringing a positive change to the world and are seeking to better the world through the services that we provide, the products that we provide, as well as for the staff that we employ. So the B-Corp certification falls in very naturally with what Sunrise has been doing since we've started.
Sunrise is about the community and making the community better. And B Corp is just about that. To have a B Corp certification means that you're thoughtful about your community, you're thoughtful about where you are and how to not only be in the community, but to make the community better. And so what we do here is just that. We make our patients better, but not only do we make our patients better, but we make the community that they live in better. It makes their nucleus better as far as their family. And so we live this every day. So it made sense to want to become more active and more public about what we do on a daily basis.
We didn't realize it at the time, but Sunrise is actually the first opiate treatment program in the United States to achieve B Corp certification. And we're only the third addiction treatment provider in all of North America to achieve that goal. For some period of time at the beginning, Sunrise employees might not fully understand what it means to be a B Corp, and that's okay. This is a new concept and something that most all of you are probably just hearing about and are going to spend some time learning more about. But being a B Corp is not just like you get put in some B Corp Hall of Fame and that's all you need to do. The idea is that this is a challenge to us to continue to strive to meet the expectations of what it means to be a B Corp. Can we do more? Can we do better? What are we going to do? And so over the course of every 3-year recertification period, there's going to be a B team that looks at the different areas within the B Corp certification that get measured, and we're going to find ways to continuously improve the experience for all of our patients and employees, and to do better with community engagement than we're doing already.